Good about SC viewers. This is Satellite Media. Mr. Rafumechi, let's all look at the statement that is coming from the Finland-based Biafra agitator. I'm talking about Simon Ekpa, who is the Prime Minister of Biafra in exile. He's saying that emerging nations of Africa have already recognized Biafra as one of nations that is emerging from Africa. And from what he's saying, that's um, it's like an opportunity to launch the 2024 December declaration of Biafra. It looks as if Samuel Ekpa is not backing down.
Let me tell you that one. If you ask me, I will tell you that Ekpa is watching me now. What I'm very much excited to hear from you is that one of the American congressmen is giving his tacit support to Biafran nation. That is on the line that was on the line since yesterday. An American congressman recognized Biafra so tacitly that it has gone viral in the whole USA that Simon Ekpa is enjoying such diplomatic, relationship with one of the American important lawmakers. So that is the question I expected from you. But anyway, emanation of other countries, into giving Biafra support is not today. I'm telling you, we have Mbazona there. Mbazona is the first country. Mbazona is from the axis of Cameroon, having boundary with Biafra, that is agitating to have strong tie with Biafra. If care is not taken to merge together with Biafra and become one country. That is in Bazonia. It's coming from the axis of Bakassi Peninsula of Cameroonian nation. So again, when you talk about nations in Africa giving Biafra support, is not started today. Since the war of 1967 till date, all the francophone countries in Africa, go and do your investigation. Only Cameroon, and the Cameroon is standing in between Nigeria and Biafra. Are you listening to me? Let me tell you, Togo, you see here, has supported Biafra. You see Senegal has recognized Biafra. You see Ivory Coast former Prime Minister or President Felix Boigny, the founding father of that nation. Felix Boigny got their independence, I think, in 1960. He called Ojukwu my son. Are you listening to me? Felix Boigny was a Cote d'Ivoire, Ivorian president that gave Ojukwu asylum from 1970 to 1983. Ojukwu's last stay in Ivory Coast was a very, very welcome one by the Igbos because he treated Ojukwu like son. He gave him the kind of love a father should give to his son, to the level that he has never, ever, until his death, derailed from troubling Nigerian government when Ojukwu was in exile in Ivory Coast. He parleyed with Chagare. He won Chagare until Chagare was overthrown by Buhari in 1983. When Chagare was overthrown by Buhari in 1983, still Felix Boigny of Ivory Coast was bombarding Nigeria with what? Verbal war. This boy should not die in cell because Buhari incarcerated Ojukwu. He detained Ojukwu as a hater of Igbo man. He was then. So this man, together with other, African countries, presidents, worked hard towards Ojukwu securing his release. I think that was 1986. Ojukwu he lasted in the cell.
Now, Mr. Arab, perhaps because of the area you've dived into, let me bring to your knowledge. I know you must have been aware that it's on record that Ekpa said he already established a lobbying firm. And there is a lobbyist who is based in far away Washington, D.C. Wow. Could that be the reason or the approach that have seen the American congressman coming on board to draw support for Biafra restoration?
Yeah, that might be because the way it sprang up, on the social media, it is taking social media by storm. BIRGE, that's Simon Ekpa. Yeah. He's on the line, man, with the picture of the congressman and Simon Ekpa. Is getting over viral right away now on social media. That Biafra is enjoying tacit support of a stronger American congressman currently. So, like as you introduced, I think that could have, I believe, linked to that. The man you are talking about, I don't know, you call him Apple Man or whatever you said, the Apple Man that is giving us support or whatever. I believe that could have led to that because the congressman, as I'm talking to you now, is working for Nande Kanu's release. Then, as I'm talking to you now, House of Rep, Deputy Speaker, is working for Nande Kanu release. There's a breaking news this morning on social media that Nande Kanu is going to be released soon, according to the Deputy Speaker of House of Representatives of Federal Republic of Nigeria. So what I'm trying to say is that our Prime Minister in exile, Simon Ekpa, is doing virtually everything that is needed to be done to give Nnamdi Kanu a befitting support. Simon Ekpa is never a violent man, as people has been accusing him. Simon Ekpa is never, ever an abusive man. What he was doing all those while Nnamdi Kanu was newly abducted from Kenya was all right. As an international game, international work, international job he should be doing to make sure that Biafra flame is not gone down. And currently, as I'm talking to you, every allegation leveled against that young man are lies. Why? Because IPOB, as we are, I'm a member of IPOB. I'm an Igbo man. Any Igbo man is an IPOB. I don't deny it. We are non-violent what? People. We don't fight people. We are not violent. We don't take arms. We were agitating peacefully when we were Mazop under Wazirike. We've not killed a rat. We've not killed a rat. We've not killed anything living organism. We are peaceful people. We agitate peacefully. We don't attack police until police started attacking us. We don't kill soldiers until soldiers started killing us, which played out in 2017. Nnamdi Kanu was on his father's palace with his followers, his boys, Nigerian soldiers. In fact, with IPOB, I won't use the word boys because it will look as if Nnamdi Kanu is running a sect, a sectarian business. No, he was with members of IPOB, unarmed, on his father's compound. Buhari gave order, military order, marching order to go and shoot everybody at sight in Abia State. They invaded Nnamdi Kanu's compound, killed many boys, and then Nnamdi Kanu escaped by whisker. See, let me tell you, the armed struggle in the southeastern Nigeria began in 2017 when Buhari led military clique invaded Nnamdi Kanu's palace. And that was how everything escalated into what? Bloody game.
Because of the area you dive into as well, because don't forget that before now, the political class from the southeast have been severally, repeatedly accused of not doing enough to draw support for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. But this time around, we are seeing them on the front burner. And what is surprising is not because we are seeing the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, I'm talking about Benjamin Kalu, but we are seeing people from Katsina, from Kogi, from Borno. It cut across all the ethnic divide and political parties in Nigeria. And I listened to the representative of Nnamdi Kanu in the House of Representatives. He was saying that Sunday Igboho was released. Federal government recently dropped terrorism charges against Bodeja. I'm talking about Michiala chairman. And what is source for the goose is equally source for the gander. Yes. I want to know whether you concur with him.
Yes, I concur with him. What is going on now is a welcome idea because if Tinubu could release his own and leave the other person and release Hausa man, that's Bodejo, let's say Fulani man, and release his brother, Sunday Igboho, is his own. Then leaving an Igbo man dying in, at a DSS cell. I think that has made him the most tribalized president Nigeria has ever had. Because what is good is also for the goods is also for the gander is good. I didn't understand. So everybody is playing out emotional, tactics or sentiment here for Nnamdi Kanu. Everybody is being emotional. Because if you look at Nnamdi Kanu's agitation, that guy has been so peaceful. The Hausas, the Fulanis, the Kogis, that's the Galas, and the rest of the tribes in Nigeria, they are going for emotion. Because this is somebody that has not been violent all his life. If you listen to his statements, his comments in the court, Nnamdi Kanu is an advocate of peace. Nnamdi Kanu has never been doing his agitation business so violently in the recent time. But on and on, Nigerian military forces, they go down to the Igbo land, mow down his followers, his boys, IPOB with bullets, set communities ablaze for nothing, for no just cause.
Okay, now,
So this time around, you can see that it has cut across ethnicities. This time around, they want him out. They want Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu so that everybody will go his way. Then the insecurity in the southeast will come to what? Halt.
now, sorry, lastly on this, you know, the call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu have never been this loud since he was incarcerated. Yeah. But we had a situation where recently Nnamdi Kanu had the opportunity of speaking to the public, where he condemned the killing of Nigerians and even soldiers. Don't forget that before then, we have had a situation where Nnamdi Kanu said, if I release, give me 2 minutes, the problem in the southeast will be solved. Looking at these two major issues or events or speeches from Nnamdi Kanu, could that be the reason we are seeing more people coming to his aid, saying releasing Nnamdi Kanu? Because I think the popular mass now is releasing Nnamdi Kanu.
No, it's coming out because, you know, if you want to crucify or tie an armed robber or a murderer to the stake, you must allow him a fair hearing. You must listen to him. Someone that is to be crucified or maybe to die by gallows, you know, gallows, you must allow him to talk. For the whole while, Nnamdi Kanu has not been able to talk. They don't allow him. They always shame Nnamdi Kanu, you know, treat him like a criminal. But this time around, Nnamdi Kanu was allowed last week for people to hear him. The other month, Nnamdi Kanu was allowed for people to hear him. And the more this gentleman speaks, the more Nigerians go into what? Emotion. Yes, it's too emotional. The guy is not violent. The guy is sound. The guy is for peace. Emancipation of Biafra is not an abomination. If you allow Nnamdi Kanu at least table his own matter to the court, Nnamdi Kanu wouldn't have stayed up to 1 month in the cell. Because they don't allow him. They feel that provided he's agitating for emancipation of Biafra, that is a treasonable felony. These are people that read law. These are people that went to Chicago University. These are people that went to Toronto University. Still, they don't know international law. That this gentleman, he read, is well read, international relations, he studied international law. Nnamdi Kanu knows history. But to me, I don't know that Nigerian politicians are busy embezzling our public fund. They don't know anything. The certificate they showcase, they present to the house over there, those certificates are fake. If you go to school, you will behave like somebody that at least witnessed 4 walls of the university or schools. I don't know that Nnamdi Kanu knows more than all these people. Because when he was quoting in the court that it has breached an international, you know, pact or treaty that Nigeria entered into to abduct somebody illegally from another country, it means our politicians, their head, their skulls are empty. So this time around, he's playing out is a shame of a nation. A country like Nigeria has been exposing their I don't know, their weak point, their weakness to the members of the public. It is unfair. Nnamdi Kanu is right. Nnamdi Kanu has never violated any law in Nigeria. The people that are breaching the law, violating the laws, are the Metialas, Fulani herdsmen that are terrorists, killing people. Look at the bandits. The bandits have been killing and killing in the Midwest, in the Mid-Belt, in the core north, northeast, everywhere in the Mid-Belt. They are killing people. Nothing has been done since. Even their kingpin, Wilant, was celebrating Hajj the other day. Idel Malud, Abidel Kabe. And they were celebrating the man in his community, a criminal. Nigerian police are there. Nigerian soldiers, they are there. But if it happens that police shot dead an IPOB member and other IPOB members reacted, you would have seen how the whole community will go ablaze. Nigerian police will go to such community, kill everybody aside. So let me tell you, it has played out that Nigeria unity Nigeria integration, Nigeria integrity. See, now is negotiable. We can never stay as one, no matter come what may. See, people were rumoring this Southwest media. They stamp it on the social media for over how many days now? Now they Kanu seeking for negotiation. Now they Kanu seeking for. No! Federal government came up with that. No, it is the court that negotiated with them. They cancels the team, legal team of the federal, to make sure that they settle, if they can, settle outside the court. But let me tell you that they wanted it before. They wanted outside the court settlement. It wasn't the Kanu that was insisting. I'm going with my Biafra. They have been going with what? Bribe, billions. He said no. They have been asking him for oil wells. He said no. They said, okay, take Benue State. No, not Benue State. Take Enugu, Imo, Anambra, Abia, Ebonyi State. The 5 states. He said no. The whole Biafra coastal line states belong to us. I don't know. That could be the reason why Nigerian lawmakers, Nigerian political elites could not at least rest without troubling Nnamdi Kanu. See, let me tell you, this negotiation now, federal government started it, and they are going to finish it up with Nnamdi Kanu. But as of issue of Biafra, if Nnamdi Kanu backs down, good, he should go and rest. He has tried. But Biafra, people that will agitate Biafra more seriously than Nnamdi, okay? Thousands of them are waiting, warming up. Okay, Simon Ekpa issue is a very small thing. Do you know that this Fulani hegemonies, Nigeria country doesn't know that we have resilient Igbos. These people are not the famous Biafra agitators. We had them in the past. If you want me to name them, Ojukwu was not the first person. Ojukwu's father was not born in 18th century. It was the beginning of the 19th century that closing of 19th century that Ojukwu's father was born. But from 18th century down, Biafra agitators, they started from United States of America, Texas. When they settled in Freetown, Sierra Leone, they took it upon themselves against their British colonial master counterparts. They agitated for Biafra. They agitated, and it could not at least manifest. But this time around, we are seeing the redemption coming. Biafra is coming. Pastor Matthew, Biafra is coming. Nnamdi Kanu can never be the end of Biafra. If Nnamdi Kanu backs down as a mortal man, there are many, many more people waiting to what? To pick up from where Nnamdi Kanu stopped. Number one person is Simon Ekpa, and millions of the likes of Simon Ekpa, they are waiting.
I must say very big thank you for your time, Mr. Advocacy. Thank you very much. This is Satellite Media.